Good morning, Fergus. I'm Aiden Stansberry, and this is your Eagles Newscast. On this week's newscast, we will be bringing you news about the new student teachers, the results of the state robotics competition, and the junior cheer camp. But first, let's hear about student concussions.
How does a student know if they have a concussion? Any of our athletes that coaches or actually MOAs now in any of the contests, they're instructed if they think anybody has had any type of a head injury, then we are supposed to take them out of a ball game and we need to send them to a doctor. Because if you think that you have the symptoms and stuff, you need to go up, whether it's your family doctor or the emergency room, go up and get tested to see if you are concussed.
I got my first concussion 2 years ago at a freestyle wrestling tournament.
I got my concussion last year before volleyball started, and I got bucked off a horse.
I got my concussion last year during basketball season when I jumped for a ball and another kid landed on my head.
I was working at the MSU agronomy farm, and I was responsible for cleaning out the seed plant because it had to be super duper clean. And there was one seed down at the bottom, so I put my little shop back to get the one seed. I flipped down the auger, and the auger hit me in the head.
I handled it by sleeping a lot.
I took a break off from wrestling for 1 year, and then I could start wrestling the next year again, so just had to take a break.
I had to go to the doctor because I was knocked out. Then I got my head glued back together and then kind of just laid in my room and took concussion tests until I could pass them.
And how long did those concussions last for?
2.5, 3 weeks.
Like 3 weeks.
The doctor said I had it for about 2 months, but then I got another one after that, so I had a concussion for about a year.
My concussion lasted for almost a year. And I do remember what happened. I had 2 phones. I had a landline and a cell phone, and I couldn't find my cell phone. So I called my mom on my landline, and I said, "Mom, I can't find my cell phone. Will you call it?" And she said, "Well, honey, what are you calling me from?" And I said, "Oh." So then I called my cell phone, and it was in my fridge.
Well, why are concussions being taken so seriously now? I think if you watch the sports pages at all, and if you watch anything about NFL football and see what the major lawsuits are out there as far as what's been happening with concussions, and it's finding out maybe over a period of time that, that there's a lot of different things that have been happening, and it's a real serious thing. What they found is you just want to make sure that you don't let the student athletes come back too soon. Once again, any doctor can determine if you are concussed, but only Dr. Bennett here in town is the only one that we will okay as far as running that test to okay our student athlete back on the playing field.
So, have you ever had a concussion? At the state robotics competition last week, Fergus's freshman team was on the winning alliance. The team also won the Spirit Award. The robot competed in flag raising, lifting, and using motor skills to put blocks away. Great jobs, robotics, and congratulations to our freshmen. I'm sure most of you have noticed new student teachers around the school. Here's your chance to learn more about them.
I decided to become an ag education teacher because I was very active within my ag education program in high school as well as 4-H, and I just thought it would be a great major and a great opportunity to give back to students and teachers alike that happened in the way that it happened to me because it inspired me.
I wanted to become a teacher because I love history and I love theater, and what better way to live them than teach them. So far, I've gotten out of my student teaching experience a lot of really good ideas for how to teach lessons, a lot of good classroom management ideas, and getting to know the students.
Everyone is very nice here at Fergus High School, and I've really enjoyed getting to know all the students. some things have been a little hard. There's a lot bigger classes than what I've ever experienced, and in college I'm teaching my peers instead of teaching students that are 15, 16, 17 years old.
The most terrifying thing about teaching so far is not knowing what to say to students.
I don't know that I'd call it terrifying, but when you put 22 students in a room, it gets really loud and rowdy really fast unless you can maintain control. So classroom management right now is what I'm working on most.
In college, I studied history and theater. I studied stage makeup, and I studied a lot of European history. I love European history. And a lot of just basic theater stuff, you know, stagecraft and directing.
I had a variety of classes actually. I took welding, construction, animal sciences, meat sciences, crop sciences. I took every range of agriculture course you can, as well as some education classes. I plan to be innovative by making hands-on activities, because ag education is one of the things that you can really do a hands-on basis for most of your classes. My learning experiences, it made it really hard when you just sat and took notes, so I like to make it hands-on and interesting.
One thing, I'm going to have a lot more primary source analysis for history, and with theater I'm going to do more plays. In 20 years I would like to teach in Ireland. That would be so much fun.
In 20 years, probably in central Montana, like Hobson or Stamford.
A big welcome to the new student teachers. Junior cheer camp was last weekend, and the elementary students put on a great show at the girls' varsity game on Saturday night.
And now, for your halftime entertainment, please help me welcome the 2014 junior cheerleaders.
Junior Cheer Camp is an all-day session where we teach kids K through 12.
We teach them a dance, and we teach them 2 cheers, and we show them stretches and just like the basics of cheerleading, and then they perform at halftime that night.
We teach them the dance right away in the morning, and then we do like we show them the dance, and then we teach it, and then we do like a stunting thing, like just basically we show off. And then we have like a break, like snack time kind of thing, and then we teach them the cheers, and then we just practice. That's basically it.
It entails stretching and learning basic stretches, and then basic jumps, and then learning how to do like 8 counts for a dance, and then they'll learn their cheers, and then they get t-shirts when they go home.
This is our Junior Cheer Camp shirt from last year. It has Junior Cheer Camp on the front and then our faces on the back.
My favorite thing to do with Junior Cheer Camp is probably the jumps, because the kids really enjoy those, and those seem to be kind of the favorite thing.
At the beginning, like right away to get like to know each other, we play like Duck, Duck, Goose, or like any kind of game really that entails like fun stuff for them, and like at snack time we talk and just social.
Every single year I've done Junior Cheer Camp, I worked with the first graders, so that's kind of like the group I choose, but it's really fun just to see all the little girls because they get really excited about it and stuff.
I think it's fun. I did it when I was a kid, so I really liked it, and I think they'll like it too.
Outstanding performance. Good luck to all wrestlers at the divisional tournament this weekend. That's all for this week. This is Aiden Stansbury, Fergus High News.
If you've missed the previous newscast or would like to see one again, first go to the Fergus High homepage. Then go to the Eagle Journal tab and click on Newscast Archive. And now click on the newscast you would like to watch.